1, 2, 3, 4.
One of the things MTV was known for in its prime was its distinguished lineup of animated series. And while some were definitely better than others, they were definitely unique in their own rights, unlike the past 10 or 15 years or so where every animated show that isn't South Park or Family Guy is trying to be those shows. Like, it's at least better to try and be an MTV cartoon than Brickleberry or whatever.
Same beer?
Same beer? Same show.
But on top of cartoons, there was also a small number of puppet shows throughout their time of not only airing shitty reality shows, such as 1998's Super Adventure Team, a parody of the 1965 British sci-fi marionette series Thunderbirds, in which you probably recognize its more recognizable parody, Team America World Police. And 2006's Wonder Chosen, a juvenile parody of Sesame Street which featured puppet segments, much like its subject of parody, and also spawned several memes.
I lied.
And bits popular to post out of context.
Ooga booga doo, ooga booga doo.
We got to celebrate our differences.
But easily the most notable MTV puppet show would be the Sifl and Olly show, which was one of the most underrated shows from a channel and era filled with underrated shows.
Hey, look at this. I've been cleaning out my nest, and I found an old book of my poetry.
Dude, listen, I just got the coolest video.
Really? What is it?
Dude, it's amazing. It's like completely banned in stores and video stores.
The Sifl and Olly show is a musical sock puppet show. Yes, sock puppets, created by Liam Lynch and Matt Crocco. Liam Lynch has been involved in a number of both comedy and alternative rock productions, both as a composer and a director for absurdist music videos for figures like Queens of the Stone Age, Foo Fighters, Royal Blood, Tenacious D, No Doubt, Eagles of Death Metal, They May Be Giants, and the king of comedy music himself, Weird Al Yankovic.
Look what I got here, Bob. A Twinkie Wiener Sandwich.
And recently, as of writing, he even directed the Old Town Road segment of Al's Pokemania music video. He would also direct the film Tenacious D in the Pick of Destiny. Further, with the Jack Black involvement, he also contributed to a small number of the original songs for School of Rock. Also on MTV, he would write but not perform the theme song for fellow MTV cult show Clone High. The good season. And Jack Black also made a guest appearance in that series.
Solar babies, La Uva Loca, California's finest, all for you to smoke on.
I like your funny words, Magic Man.
Matt Crocco is primarily a composer, including the ESPN sports comedic commentary series Cheap Seats, and Cartoon Network's most successful TV movie Reanimated. He was also a member of a short-lived band called the Black Sunshine. Lynch and Crocco have both also released comedy albums by themselves and together, which consisted of more than just songs, including comedic conversations, skits, and interviews. Ironically enough, the origin of Sifl and Olly goes way back in the 1980s, meaning that much of their precursors are lost or unreleased media. Lynch and Crocco were childhood friends that shared the interest of comedy and music, so the duo would often create silly songs to entertain themselves. And this self-entertainment eventually motivated the duo to pursue professional musicianship. And the duo would eventually attend Kent State University together, but Lynch would leave Ohio to pursue education internationally at the Liverpool Institute of Performing Arts, but the duo remained in contact. In the early 90s, the duo would record the album Camp Sunnyside Up, which would not see a widespread commercial release until 1999. There was an intended follow-up titled Haunted Spaceship, but was never completed, but some conversational material was recorded, and it was repurposed into a sketch by Lynch as a Christmas present for Crocco.
Capri Sun. Squash. Capri Sun. Squash. Capri Sun.
The original vision was to personify the duo's voices with stop-motion characters inspired by the Aardman claymation commercials airing in the early 90s. But a stop-motion project wasn't in the budget, although stop-motion technology is far more cheap and accessible today.
Fire drills!
So what could be done with no money to comically personify the conversations without Crocco's presence eliminating the possibility of a live-action reenactment? Sock puppets. creating the duo of Sifl and Olly, Sifl the black sock personifying Matt Crocco, and Olly the white sock personifying Liam Lynch. The characters' names would be lifted from previous audio sketches, but multiple of these sock puppet skits would be created, and Lynch, often being in Ohio or England, would send these sketches to both MTV in their European and American divisions, seemingly because it was on brand with its surrealist comedy and music identity. Similar to how Beavis and Butthead justified its existence on a music channel with the music video segments, which were surprisingly influential to the art of making fun of shit on a couch internet videos.
What up? This is Dr. Dre.
Yeah, it's Dre. Check it out, it's Dre. Dropping plates on your ass, biatch.
The American division rejected the sketches, but the European division liked all of them and allowed the sketches to air as indents between commercials and shows. And the short European indents were eventually successful enough for the American division to change its mind and grant Sifl and Olly a full half-hour show. But now that we can actually see the socks in action, it was obviously extremely cheap to produce, starring two sock puppets voiced by the same two guys on a bad green screen. Much of the comedy taking an approach that balances ad-libbing with awkward realism.
Hey, buddy, you got a lot of nerve treating this little girl like dirt. Hey,
what?
buddy.
What?
You.
Hey, you can't talk to me like that on this show.
Oh, yeah? Hey, buddy.
What?
You know what?
Sifl, I'm gonna kill you, dude. This is probably my one and only chance to meet Winona Ryder, and you just ruined it.
It actually reminds me of Smiling Friends, which excels at similar conversational dialogue humor.
Yeah, I was just reading about how the Renaissance men are coming in town.
Who are they? Who's the Renaissance man?
And given that series' popularity and potential heavy influence, Sifl and Olly may have just been ahead of its time. And what did Smiling Friends also have? Puppet episodes. And why?
Good morning, Charlie. Would you like a peanut?
No, I'm all good, man. My grandma actually passed on from eating a peanut, so I don't really mess with that kind of stuff.
Oh my, that's awful. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. You didn't know.
Because this type of dialogue from these type of voices just works perfectly.
We're in hell for some reason. I'm not sure why, but...
Dude, I told you, man. You wanted to see a good rock band. All the best rock bands are in hell these days.
I don't know.
So it was just too good of an offer for the network to refuse. Most of the cast being the creators, with some minor exceptions. Sifl and Olly host a variety show where crude antics ensue. The show's assistant being Chester, who is not skilled at his job in the slightest.
You were raised by a tap dancing troupe?
Yeah, they kind of consider themselves a tribe.
Featuring a handful of minor characters that often disrupt or make guest appearances on the show, including Precious Roy, the elderly owner of Precious Roy Shopping Network, in which Sifl and Olly are reoccurring spokes puppets for.
Can we talk to Precious? Precious.
This is Precious Roy! You kids get off my property!
No, Precious, it's the pirate cripplers.
Pirates? You guys are suckers!
Precious Roy, making lots of suckers out of girls and boys.
Stealth, the Jewish cigarette-smoking tough sock who only wants Olly dead because...
A little punk drove a golf cart through my bar mitzvah. And not only that, he was dressed up like a beaver.
Well, some things you just gotta let pass, dude.
How the hell am I supposed to let that pass?
And Sifl and Olly's landlord, who complains about their incidents involving monkeys.
This is your landlord.
Oh, God.
Yeah, what do you want?
2 words. Frickin' monkeys. You hear me?
Hey, they're gone.
These characters would be a part of various reoccurring segments, including Precious Roy's Shopping Network, a parody of the Home Shopping Network featuring absurd infomercials, which would also often involve the Civil War.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Precious Roy Civil War Corpses. Folks in heaven, the north and south are one. Show your American spirit and loyalty. Give these brave corpses a good home!
One of Precious Roy's products was electronic cigarettes.
The Precious Roy electric cigarettes. Oh, please, all you smokers do is lie to me. Well, slam the brakes on addiction, you're done smoking. Did you know, Sifl, that over the duration of this advertisement, smokers have destroyed more than 500 acres of rainforest?
No.
Yes, Sifl and Olly predicted vaping. Calls from the public, where the duo does as described, and all sorts of psychopaths would make brief appearances on the show.
Yeah, that's us.
Yeah, I just want to let your viewers know that there is $75 million inside a tree in Kent, Ohio.
Okay.
Thanks. Why are you telling us that?
Well, I'm in jail, and I was bad, and now they're not going to let me out. And so whoever wants it, it's yours.
Okay, what are you in jail for?
Counterfeit.
Rock Facts, a trivia segment featuring very true fun facts about all your favorite musicians.
Absolutely nothing. I can't believe you would think that Bjork would have anything to do with Baywatch.
Bjork is often mentioned, and Bjork is just a running gag amongst the duo in general, I guess because funny name. Interview Time, an obvious interview segment featuring all sorts of notable guests for all the wrong reasons. One of which was a rap duo named Orgasm and G-Spot.
What's all that about the G-Spot thing, you know?
Yeah, that's my boy.
What's
the story?
Do you know him, actually?
Yeah. You wanna ask him?
Sure.
Yeah, can you get him?
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, Yo G, come here.
Yeah.
These guys wanna ask something a little bit about us.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, okay.
What's up?
A rapper with the name G-Spot may have just been borrowed for Clone High, which that could just be a coincidence, but Liam Lynch was involved in both. S&O News, a news segment reporting their town shenanigans.
Today in entertainment news, Hollywood heartthrob Leonardo da Vinci...
That's not his name, dude.
I'm never wrong!
All right.
Anyways, Da Vinci was seen fighting outside a Hollywood bowling alley with another mega sexy superstar, Cheese Boy. The reason, reportedly, the fight was over the attention of Claire Dane. Cheese Boy, any comment?
You dead, Da Vinci!
There you have it. The gauntlet has been thrown.
A word with Chester. Chester is interviewed, with all his personal life details progressively getting revealed.
Are you still customizing that van?
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
What did you put in it?
It's Cody's van.
Cody's?
He's cool.
Oh, it's Cody's van.
Yeah, we put a bunch of little movie projectors, like some big leather seats and some bull whips.
For
stuff.
what? Why?
I don't know. He says it's good for the hookers. They like
hookers.
Yeah, the girls are the the pretty girls with the sparkly clothes and stuff.
Yeah. You shouldn't.
We know. They make me laugh.
You shouldn't be hanging out with Cody, man. I don't think he's good news.
He's cool. He's a really cool guy. He plays pool. It's cool.
How do you know he plays pool?
I don't know. He's always talking about 8 balls.
And now Rock, which is one of the main musical segments, performing absurd original songs and covers, as well as It's Almost the End of the Show, a musical number to conclude each episode. The musical numbers being one of the show's strongest redeeming qualities.
Think you take Las Palmas? Take Las Palmas to Colorado. Take Colorado down to Pico. And that's how you get to Llama School. You go to Pico. You take Pico to Colorado. Take Colorado to Las Palmas. And that's how you get to Llama School.
Given the creators' absurdist musical backgrounds.
I got a girl, and she's got a daisy, crazy hazy daisy, and she's sunny side up. She carries around a bag of groovy marbles, every color, baby, 'cause she's sunny side up.
One of the numbers being a haunted spaceship, the title track of the cancelled album that led to the creation of the characters.
Let's go on a haunted spaceship, yeah. An alien's denied, a spacecraft fueled on fraud.
The number Prostitute Laundry was also referenced in episode 3 of the Boondocks.
I may be a pimp, but I ain't washing my hose. Prostitute laundry.
Cristal, every part of you being here is unacceptable. Do you realize I'm doing prostitute laundry?
The series ran for 3 seasons between 1998 to 99, but the third season was greenlit and produced but never aired on television. But the series had gained cult status amongst its short time on MTV, and by popular demand, sometime in the early 2000s, Season 3 got a DVD release titled as The Lost Episodes. However, Seasons 1 and 2 never received a physical release, but would eventually be officially released digitally in 2015. But every episode is available on YouTube for free unofficially, which Paramount surprisingly doesn't have an issue with. But in 1999, seemingly because of the minimal success of the show, the Camp Sunny Side Up album did finally receive a widespread commercial release, it being advertised as weird stuff from the creators and voices of the Sifl and Olly show. Many of the songs from the Sifl and Olly show would see commercial releases on the creators' solo albums, including Liam Lynch's most commercially successful song, United States of Whatever.
I went down to the beach and saw Kiki. She was all like, and I'm like, whatever.
But unfortunately, not every song has received a commercial release since MTV was done with the show at that point. But in 2012, Machinima wanted to revive the series, but a proper revival would not be held, but rather a new series starring the cast. Liam Lynch owns the characters' IPs, but MTV owns the show, so it could be done without any consent from MTV. Machinima is largely considered to be one of the biggest business failures in internet history. It was a gaming network founded in 2000 that eventually networked with lots of gaming YouTube channels once YouTube became a thing. It is also a company infamous for mismanagement, which I won't get into, but it ceased operations in 2019. So this gaming entertainment company figured, why not bring back the cult show with a new spin, with the series Sifl and Olly Video Game Reviews, which actually lived up to its slogan being real reviews of fake games, consisting of just that. The episodes being a short 4 to 7 minutes each. The fake games are of a similar nature to the fake products seen on Precious Roy's shopping network.
It's stealthy and it's hungry. It's feed the shark.
Now this one looks promising. You know I have a doctorate in shark studies.
The effort for rendering fake PS1-esque games is also commendable. It's the right amount of fake and vintage. Again, Smiling Friends excels at that.
Oh, I swear to God, if I had my Grimbley gun on me right now!
Chester would also make a comeback.
Maybe you like to go on dates, and maybe we could ride a bike, maybe a bike for two in sandwich style. Bring it back old school, right?
Dude, stop.
Banana
What are
seat.
you doing? You're supposed to be introducing us.
Original songs would be performed for the show about the fake games, sort of making parody commercial jingles. A new original song appearing in the first episode, Motherfucking Pie, would also receive a commercial single release, but none of the other of the few songs created for the revival. Seeing the show in HD with a larger budget for Sifl and Olly standards is jarring to see, but it's not too polished to the point where it's distracting and loses its charm, something it very easily could have fallen into. So even if it was different, it still logically felt like a segment from the original series, which I imagine was the end goal with the revival here. The Machinima revival would be hosted on the main channel for its first 5 episodes, but would move to the Nerd List channel for another 9 episodes. But about a year into the revival, once again the series would end. Sifl and Olly Video Game Reviews is often dubbed as Season 4 by fans, the fans referring to themselves as sockheads. John Cena is even a sockhead, as he follows the official Twitter account for when the revival was being held. But even if the show had ended once again, Sifl, Olly, and Chester would make brief appearances on Lynchland, Liam Lynch's podcast.
Hot iced tea with radishes, beets.
Dude.
And
Chester, what are you doing? We said you can't come in here.
These brief revivals being a testament to its street cred. I was first exposed to the show through clips of the original, coincidentally around the time the revival was still active, because I guess it was relevant to the algorithm. And it's just one of those weird things I came across as a kid, but I'm very glad I did as an adult. Because I was a stupid child, the number Llama School legitimately taught me geography, as it was the first time I've ever heard of the location Las Palmas. And even to this day, if I see the name Las Palmas, I immediately think of the directions of how to get to Llama School. The show truly feels like a misremembered childhood memory, at least to me, and that's a good thing because it's a testament to its surrealist nature. But no, it's not a fever dream or anything like that. It's an actual thing that exists, but it's excellent at that in its own right. Also, just a great example of being creative in your own limitations. The talent of the small cast and crew elevating 2 socks on a green screen into genuine comedy gold that was truly ahead of its time.
Where else?
How did you get it then?
Well, I just got it, man. Dude, you gotta check this out. It's called Uncensored, Not Made for TV, America's Funniest Home Faces a Tragedy.
What?
Dude, it's so hardcore. You gotta check this out.
Is this gonna make me sick, though?
Just roll the tape.
Our fragile minds are vulnerable to extreme or horrific experiences.